YouTubers! Today in this video, I am going to be talking about my most anticipated movies and TV shows. Unfortunately, this is probably going to be a very short one because I only have 3 things on this list. I couldn't really think of any other movies or TV shows, and I looked. There was no other shows or movies that interested me for the second half of this year. This list does not consist of like most anticipated to least. It's going to be in the order of when they come out, so by months. And don't worry, there's not going to be any spoilers in this. We'll give brief descriptions about this stuff, but there's really no spoilers, especially since 2 of them are like within certain seasons, so the shows have already been out, and every single one of these is based off of books. But let's get into this because there's only 3 I'm doing. So first on my list, because it's coming out July 16th, Game of Thrones Season 7. I cannot wait for this. Oh my gosh, I have seen all 6 seasons. I've read the 5 books that are out. Because this is season 7, I cannot get into it if you don't know it. Because it's season 7. If you haven't seen it or read the books, yeah, you're either too young or it's not your thing. I am a little disappointed that this season is short, but to be fair, they are splitting this season with season 8 because there's not much left they have to go off of. Now, for the only movie on my list, and this one actually comes out August 4th, The Dark Tower. If you don't know what The Dark Tower is, it's written by Stephen King. There's 8 books in this series. It started from 1998 and the series ended 2004. I believe it ended. It's supposed to be only 8, I think. I saw the trailer because I didn't know much about it. All I heard from people was like, oh, it's a Western meets Lord of the Rings. And I went to go see the trailer and I went to go read the synopsis of the books, and I definitely got the Western vibe from it and the fantasy vibe because it does take place in like another world. It's following a little boy and a gunslinger, and this little boy goes into this other world. I'm blanking the name right now. And he meets the gunslinger, I forget his name, and there's of course this dark being, there's a tower that's combining the 2 worlds, making them stable. If it falls, evil will rise and it will destroy that other dimension, and it will destroy Earth, and it won't be good. So they have to, the gunslinger and the kid have to work together to protect this dark tower. But I did enjoy the trailer. It looked really interesting. I might read the books. If I like the movie, I might read the books, so we'll see. And now, third and final on this list, this one comes out, right now all it says is September 27th. I'm sure like later on there will be a date, and I'll put that in the description of the proper date, don't worry. But that show is Outlander, if you didn't guess. And this is season 3. I cannot go into much into it because, well, it's season 3 of Outlander. These shows have been out for a couple years, and the books have been out since like the 90s. Now, season 1 is based off of the first book, Outlander, name of the show. Season 2 is based off of Dragonfly and Ember. And season 3 is based off of Voyager. I've read the first 2 books, and I'm working on the 3rd one, so when the show comes out, I can have a knowledge of the 3rd book in me. I do advise that you read these books. Again, like any, the books are always going to be better than the show because they're going to have more in-depth things, but besides that, these shows are amazing, both Game of Thrones and Outlander. Because Dark Tower's not out yet and I didn't read the book, I cannot compare it yet, but I will soon, don't worry. But yeah, like I said, this is a very short list because I only had 3 things on here. And remember, these are things I'm anticipating, not like, oh, here's a list of stuff that's coming out. No, it's just, these are just the things I can't wait to see. And I really actually can't because I saw the trailers, and Game of Thrones and Outlander I was already into because I saw the first 2 seasons of Outlander and I saw the 6 seasons of Game of Thrones, and I cannot wait for those shows. They're so good. Dark Tower, like I said, I only saw the trailer, and the trailer looked really interesting. I can't judge any more than that because the movie didn't come out. So yeah, if you're curious about my books and games anticipation for the second half of this year, the links will be down below. And like I said, for dates, they'll also be linked down below, so if anything changes, it'll be correct in the description, don't worry. But that is it for this video. I will see you all in the next one.